This episode is powered by Safety FM.
The following program is rated MALSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Finally, show with the balls to call it like it is. Rated R Safety Show on Safety FM.
Countdown to audio torture.
The Rated R Safety Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Let the eardrum pain begin.
Forget the corporate bullshit. This is the Rated R Safety Show with your host, it doesn't matter who the host is.
Welcome to the Rated R Safety Show. I am your host. Guess who? Guess who you think this host is? I think by now you might know, right? So, this is your host, Sheldon Primus.
Duh.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for being here for the Rated R Safety Show. And if you have a rant that you want to give on this show, I want you to go ahead and get onto safetyfm.com or ratedrasafetyshow.com, and you could give your rant, and on your rant you could do anything you want to rant about. Just go ahead and just let it go. Let that rant out so we could hear what you got to say. And if you need, what we'll do is we'll give you a little voice cover up so you could have that filter so you can sound like anything or anyone you want, just to make sure that no one knows your voice, and it's gonna pin it right back to you. So we'll protect you in that way if you need to, so don't worry about it.
More sarcasm than a Mortal Kombat beatdown. Rated R Safety Show.
So I just want to really start off with some of the news that I got, and I have not read these previously, so I'm going through them cold. So you're gonna get my live response. That's like those Facebook posts when you see your Facebook post and those live reactions. So that's what we're gonna come in today. So let's see what's in the world of the news.
Here is the news on the Rated R Safety Show.
All right, online retail giant Amazon is known for its quick deliveries, but there's a human cost to this customer convenience, the New York Times reports. Yeah, I think that's a common one, right?
Duh.
So, this is what they're saying. Joint investigations with the Times, ProPolitica uncovered over 60 driver accidents associated with Amazon deliveries since June 2015, which includes 10 deaths. Amazon has gone to great lengths to ensure that they're not legally responsible for those deliveries accidents. Wow, what a first story, just coming right at it. Want to see if, I wonder what they're going to try to use to cover up any of those stuff. So let's see. Between the facts, the most contracted vehicles not bearing the Amazon logo, which makes it difficult to tie these accidents directly to Amazon. There we go. The old switch around of who's the ownership. That's when you want to have a business, but you decide, let's just 1099 everything so I don't have employees, air quotes. So I think that's maybe what's going on over there. It's almost impossible for victims to pursue legal actions against a popular online marketplace because they're contractors. Currently, contractors handling 23% of domestic deliveries, with this percent set to rise in coming years. While Amazon did order 20,000 cargo vans to display the Amazon logo last year, the corporation is also fighting to keep other parts of its delivery force anonymous. There might be some shenanigans going on there, but I honestly think this is one of those business moves that people do so that you can, go around the system just a little bit.
More sarcasm than a Mortal Kombat beatdown. Rated R Safety Show.
So, Joe Johnson, He was the younger brother of Boris Johnson, for the Prime Minister of Britain. I don't know if any of you guys have taken a look at this dude, but if you could have someone that looks deranged and kind of like, I don't know if you remember Fairly Odd Parents, but it kind of looks like that teacher, Fairly Odd Parents. It's kind of what this dude looks like in a disheveled way. So his brother, Joe Johnson, the younger brother, announced that he is going to resign from Parliament. And he tweeted that he's torn between family loyalty and the nation's interests. It is an unresolvable tension. So the younger brother, in effect, he voted against Brexit, opposing his older brother's plan, which is to leave the union. So, family squabbling, and he's the younger brother. So, I'm the younger brother. Dude, you probably got wedgies from this guy. Just let it go. You're not getting anything back. Just let it go. He's your older brother. You got the pecking order. All right, Joe, just let Boris handle it.
Duh.
In other news, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about, and this is coming from the news that says, if you own an organization that utilizes the web and requires cybersecurity, you might want to consider hiring an ethical hacker. If you guys have not heard of this, it's one of those things that is so cool. And I actually know an ethical hacker, and he works in Jamaica. That's his home country. Dude is the most awesomest guy you would ever want to meet. And what his job is, and this is probably what the story is. Remember, I'm reading these cold. So what the ethical hackers are, they pretend they're the bad guys. They go through your system and they try to look for vulnerabilities in the system. So it's actually a pretty cool deal. So it's different than the other hackers.
This show is almost as enjoyable as hearing the sound of the toilet flush. Rated R Safety Show on Safety FM.
I couldn't resist. I just had to hit a button. I got buttons from He Who Will Not Be Named. He's giving me all kinds of buttons. So back to the ethical hackers. You got ethical hacking. It's becoming a trusted and viable cybersecurity options. And the quote says, white cap hackers find weaknesses in your organization, digitally infrastructures, and fixes them. So this friend of mine, he goes everywhere. People pay him to go all over the globe to hack their system. Previously, there's other people. I knew this one guy back in the day, and I have to say back in the day, and he was a friend of mine. He actually hacked in to a firewall that got him in trouble with the government, and they knocked on the door because he was 15 at the time. And eventually what happened is they took his computer, and then they also hired him later on when he became of age. So it was a pretty good thing. So now it's an actual job, so that's pretty awesome. Well, yeah, he's since passed, but yeah, that would have been an awesome career for him to go through, the ethical hacker part. All right, we will do one last story before we get into the crazy things that people attribute days to. And those are the days of the year, those calendar things. They drive me nuts, but it's like, yeah, if you're going to celebrate something, might as well do fun stuff. So let's see, this last one says, tech firms are banding together with academics in an effort to fight deep fakes. This latest attempt at deceiving the public, deep fakes are videos and audio that 100% fake but look totally real. To combat the threat, a deep fake challenge has been launched with $10 million in funding to find a way to thwart the potential fountains of misinformation, aka fake news, right? We hate the term, but there is actually a fake news. But I hate the term when fake news is used for terms of actual, real stuff you can look at and you can see. And people who are very, very smart have gone through and they said, nah, this one's real. Climate change, it's actually happening. AKA, look at our weather patterns. So that's different. That's real news that's being called fake. But, there is a real issue with, fake news. So let's see, if I was ever running for president, I wonder what that kind of fake news would be coming out of me. Who knows? It's probably going to be bad, though.
Duh.
All right, let's get into the fun stuff. I don't know how many of you actually know that these things are going to be one of the days of the week. I don't know, or day of the year, I think they call it. I don't know anybody that knows all of these, so I'm going to give you just a few of them here going. So number one, it is Barbie Doll Day. Oh, man, my daughter's with the Barbie doll. She's 22 now, but back in the day, here I am, back in the day twice. Man, we used to have every flavor of Barbie just, for everything that you needed there. But, you gotta, we can't do the actual Barbie houses and cars and everything, because that was just too expensive. So you buy the knockoff for those. Another day is Bring Your Manners to Work Day. All right, let's see how many people do that. Fight Procrastination Day. That's a great day. I think I'll celebrate that one tomorrow. Yeah, that's a pretty good day. Great Egg Toss Day. National Coffee Ice Cream Day. Can you believe that? There's a coffee ice cream day. That's awesome. I love coffee ice cream. National 401k Day. So celebrate that one while you can, before all of a sudden our 401ks disappear. Oh, that's bad. Bad, Sheldon. No, I frown on that. All right. And then also we got to remember that it is Read a Book Day. Does Audible count? I guess you might have to go old school and actually read a book. Maybe I'll just go to Pad. Let's do that one. And there is Wear Teal Day, and then the Stillbirth Remembrance Day. Oh, that's a good one. Wow. So anyway, that is our news for the day. So
this show is almost as enjoyable as hearing the sound of the toilet flush. Rated R Safety Show on Safety FM.
I really got to work on that. So it'd be like He Who Shall Not Be Named with his. All right. Thank you for listening to the Rated R Safety Show. I am your host, Sheldon Primus. So I am named, and I will see you next time. Peace.
The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and its guest and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the company. Examples of analysis discussed within this podcast are only examples. They should not be utilized in the real world as the only solution available, as they are based only on very limited and dated open source information. Assumptions made within this analysis are not reflective of the position of the company. No part of this podcast may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means, mechanical, electronic, recording, or otherwise, without prior written permission of the creator of the podcast, Jay Allen.
This episode has been powered by Safety FM.